midday to y'all. What's going on? Hold on one second, because I'm gonna be doing two things while I'm talking to y'all this morning. I'm actually gonna be ironing and I'm gonna talk to y'all. Oh, real quick, I'm gonna just show you guys. Shout out to TMH Global, man. Look at this. So remember I was telling you guys I got a little light ring, so that's why I'm about to put it on. Love this thing. Okay, so I guess a lot of people wanted me to talk about what I mean in the description box, right? This is gonna be a little bit, I guess you could say blurry and jittery, so y'all deal with me. I'm getting dressed while I'm talking to y'all because I feel I deserve that. So I'm gonna be ironing my clothes and getting ready while I'm talking to y'all because I got a couple things to go. Hey TMH Global, hey TMH, let me show you. This is what I bought right here. Let me show you. Isn't that dope? And like, dude, look, it goes with a USB cord. So it's like I plug this into the U. If I plug this in to USB right here, it works. And yo, check this out. It's not just a regular one either. This is the dope thing about it. Watch this. My joint got colors. All the colors of the prism you can think of: red, blue, green, you name it. So I am loving this thing. I'm just thinking about all the different possibilities, and I can lower. See what I mean? It doesn't have to be that bright. I can switch between them. I just think this is dope as hell. I don't care what nobody says. And I was like, yo, that is perfect. I actually need a bigger one too. Got you. Copy. And I'm actually headed to the post office. That's fucking funny. I'm actually headed to the post office. So I'm gonna take care of all that today. And actually, I'm gonna give you a address too that you can just send whatever to, and I'll have that for you today too. So TMH, I'll probably just send you an email or whatever. And thank you. Hey Annette, what's going on, Shot Town? What up, girl? I've been neglecting Annette too lately. Annette, you gotta excuse me. I'm just not getting in here. This place is a mess. I got the folks coming through here tomorrow, hopefully to fix the electricity. I got a little electricity hiccup in here. And that's why I bought this surge protector right here, as y'all can see. Because let me show y'all. See that little surge protector thing I bought? I had to buy this because actually I'm gonna show y'all this shit. Actually, one of my outlets burnt the fuck out. Have you ever seen some shit like that? It literally caught on fucking fire. I can see the septs on the wall too. So we definitely gotta get that thing here. We definitely gotta get that thing here because I ain't gonna be able to hear that shit caught on fire while I was here. I said, thank God I ain't had that shit. You know what I mean? And then like it could have been worse. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm gonna put this thing on the stand so I can talk to y'all while I'm ironing. 'Cause I got a couple things I want to talk about. I know y'all see the title. I just like to show people what I be doing and shit like that or whatever. Let me tell y'all something, right? I know a lot of y'all seen where I took that video where I did a little tour and I put it on mute, right? And I did that for a reason. And I'm gonna tell you why I did that. And I'll make this clear for y'all. Remember what I told y'all before? Motherfuckers be coming to my page. I hit them like buttons as y'all come into. Remember I tell y'all people be coming to my page, right? And they be talking all this good shit and all this hot shit while they see me online, right? And then their actions ain't matching up to what they said. Now I ain't talking about. I'm gonna put this right here so I can iron when y'all talking. Let me see if y'all can see me. Yeah, y'all can see me. People's actions don't be adding up to what they be saying, and that bothers me. Let me tell you why that bothers me. Let me move this over here a little bit more. I told you I'm ironing my clothes. I ain't playing with y'all. Regular people shit. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is this ain't attacking nobody or going at somebody personally or whatever. I just watch behavior. You know what I'm saying? And as any person of any intelligence, I would think you would watch behavior of people. So let me tell you why I blocked somebody yesterday. This person for about 6 months. 6 months. Now, me personally, I don't care what you say, and I'm not trying to be cocky, but in 6 months, If you keep on saying, yo, I'm gonna donate, and then it turned into something different every time, right? Like first it was like, yo, when you get to the next place, this is this person saying this. When you get to your crib, yo, we got you. We gonna have a nice little housewarming thing, and that's why some people, as you notice, don't show up here no more. Because now they feel they gotta fulfill that promise that they put. You know what I'm saying? This was one of them people. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, she was a female. But the problem with her was she was talking the most out of everybody. And I was like, yo, at least the other people that show up, I can live with them. Not, you know what I mean? Not throwing nothing or whatever, whatever. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? They never put past the effort to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Now, I'm talking to motherfuckers to say, this is what I was going to do. I don't want viewers like that. I don't. Viewers like that are the type of viewers that will run from page to page talking like, yo, so and so said this, or he said this, or he did this, playing both sides of the fence, if you don't get me. And so I ran into somebody that did that. Now, I'm not gonna say whose page they were on, but I'll just put it this way: somebody I regularly share, somebody I regularly share. You know what I'm saying? And let's say he's of the relationship avenue. Okay, let's put it that way. He's of the relationship avenue, and he wears glasses. And so, well, I always frequent this person's page, and I don't know why they couldn't tell that because I always share this person's material on my page. Mind you, that person would never do the same for me. That's not the job of these superstar um, elite blacks online nowadays. This is not their job to actually, you know what I'm saying, help out the community and actually share other YouTubers. No, you are at behest of them. You share them. We are the Titans. That's how they like to think in their mind anyway. But I saw this person over there, and I saw them donate $30 to this brother. I said, "You donated $30 to the brother that had the Ronnie suit on, but won't donate $30 over here?" Oh no. So I said something to him like I've done before, and they didn't even see me in there. Sometimes I'll come in there and I'll use my other profile that I set up, and they don't even recognize it's me because they're looking for, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And I just float in there. I do it on purpose just to see who's fronting and who's telling the truth. You know what I mean? So this female, I blocked the ass. Do you know? And I'm debating whether or not I share the actual screenshot because I'm like, if I share the screenshot, everybody gonna be like, yo, who the fuck was that? You know what I mean? But it's somebody that frequent here. And so you won't see them no more. No more. Once you do one fraud move, I don't fuck with you no more. And I don't mean fraud like the extremity of fraud. I mean like light fraud. Like everybody tell little white lies and shit like that, whatever. I can get over that. I can live with that. I'm not talking about extremities. I'm talking about people that plain blatantly reiterate the same phrase 6 or 7 times and then come through and don't do nothing when they say they were. See, I'm not going off you telling me. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm not going off you telling me some shit because, and I'm sorry the camera's kind of shaking, y'all. I'm putting some water in this iron. So give me just one second. I don't want to burn myself. Fuck that shit. Ain't no amount of viewership worth of y'all. Oh, let me get back to what I was saying. I just want to fill this iron up with some water. So my shit be steaming when I iron it. She was all saying stuff to be seen. Hello, Star. Hey, like you said, that new black is our problem. Hit that like button. Teammates Glover, hello, and no worries. Peace in that. She was just saying stuff to be seen, period. To see, and that be knowing shit. And that's the problem. And that always know. And that always know. Let me tell you something. I think Annette got a feeling of who it is too, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But you know what I'm saying? I saw this motherfucker, and I'm gonna call it like that. I saw this motherfucker donate $30, and I'm gonna keep it a buck to Kevin Samuels. And I'm like, huh? Shaggy? I'm like, huh? Now, this same person that just said the day before, yo, I'm gonna hit you with something, you know what I'm saying? A little nice little housewarming, da 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 da. You said that 4 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't block you because you didn't donate. I blocked you because you a cap. Straight up. And just like that nigga Kevin Samuels, I'm gonna get up here and say, yeah, it's about donations with me. Yeah. Would you show up at your job and you wasn't getting paid? Hmm? Exactly. So moving forward, anybody that come on my page with that bullshit, you got to go. You got to go. I have no time for that. I got too much shit I got to get together. Ain't no furniture up in here. It's shit I need. I gotta buy. You know what I'm saying? And as I've said, and I think I put out there, and other YouTubers have put out there, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't support that or whatever, whatever. And it's not like I come on here and I'll be like for 20 seconds talking about some shit and then I get the fuck on out. I got certain videos for that. Now I get on here and I try to give as much detail and as much, I believe, as much information as I can about certain subjects. So a lot of subjects that you guys want the answers to. So, and I know these because we've been in the music industry itself for so long. I can't phantom this clout chasing going on. You know, if I'm trending, they'll clout chase with me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know the real ones that show up here versus the fake ones. Because the real ones don't care if I got 2,000 views on the video or 200 views. They still showing up. See what I'm saying? See the difference? These clout chasing ass motherfuckers, they go from page to page to page, looking for black folks to saying something popular or Spanish people to saying something popular, and they want to ride with them. Kevin Samuels right now has a Facebook page that has got all kinds of warring and beefing going on within it. And I done browsed by it a couple of times and I just get the fuck out. And sometimes I go in there and I'm gonna be honest with you. I go in there just to fuck with people just to see their responses. You know what I'm saying? Both men and women. I'm going there and fuck with them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a different profile, so you ain't gonna never know if it's me or not. You know what I'm saying? Trust me on that. Some of them think the profile is a white man, which I find hilarious. But I do it just to see where their mind's at. And it's skewed. It's not only skewed, it's kind of sickening, to be quite honest with you. The shit that these men and women saying there about each other. You'd be surprised. Everybody's in there calling somebody this or that, or this person broke, or this person ain't got that, or, you know, I'm doing better than this person, or oh, I'm in college, I just graduated, I'm on top of the world. Meanwhile, we're sitting back on a whole population of people within the culture right now that are hurting, that are fucked up. And the only thing we got as a result is a whole bunch of hoopla ass motherfuckers running around talking about how good they getting it. And in the wider scope of everything, they ain't got shit. Not too far off from me. So I say this, and I'm gonna get off it because I got to get dressed and everything, and I'm gonna be back with y'all. I just wanted to make sure I checked in with y'all, everything like that, so y'all know I ain't going no fucking where. A lot of people was writing comments talking about, "Hey yo, this nigga, you see how he do? He get what he needed, and then he was out." Somebody wrote that. Then somebody else wrote something about, "Hope you enjoying your new phone." Da, da, da. Nigga, I done said on here 4 fucking times that phone is not available right now, and I'm waiting for it to come in. If you want to call AT&T in Stamford, Connecticut, they'll verify that for you. The phone is not in. And tell them Davin Lewis. Tell them my name. All right, Stanford Mall. Go ahead and do it. The phone is not in because semi processors are hard to find right now, and that phone is popular as hell. So it hasn't been delivered to that store now. And they said almost 3, 4 weeks. And I have to get specific that phone because the pure simple fact the gigabytes within it. It's just like an iPhone. You know, an iPhone comes with 250, I think it's two something gigabytes, and there's another one with 100 something gigabytes, and then the max is 512. I need the 512 model of that phone because it doesn't have expandable SD card usage. Just like an iPhone, they use the cloud after that. And I ain't putting all my videos in the cloud. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't doing all that. But so my phone situation will be taken care of. The biggest thing that was taken care of was the screen, getting the screen fixed, which they charged me this month. You know, these motherfuckers charged me $55 for this shit, plus the motherfucking price of the insurance, plus the price of motherfucking some other shit. I was like, huh? And then they added it to the bill. They ain't even, you know what I'm saying? So they took it out the bill. You know what I mean? Which I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no crack screen no more. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? I never told Davin when I was donating. I just donated. Exactly. I move in silence. See what Star Pepper said? And that's the problem. Star, you seen some of them people too, and I see you with other posts too, and you don't never be on no Chuck shit. So what I'm saying basically is somebody that came here and they've been coming. I ain't gonna say their name because that's what they want me to do. They've been coming here for about 6 months. I'm gonna say 6 months, maybe 5 months. Kept saying the same thing over. And I was like, well, what the fuck is holding you up? What's holding you up? Hey, Devin, did you hear about Cream Puff? Yeah, I heard about that shit. I got to get a little bit more information, Patrice, before I even talk about that. You know, in my opinion, there's gonna be a point, and I'm gonna just say this about Puff. There's gonna be a point with Puff where a lot of people. I'll say these two things. A lot of people will say, "Yo, even if you was an ex-employee or whatever the case may be, or however niggas is defining it, you would think that folks from over at that what's the name? Because anybody over at Bad Boy Entertainment, including somebody I wrote something on their comment yesterday. What's up, Nick from Ciroc? You know what I mean? Yeah, I said that. Nick from Ciroc, because I asked you for a job 3 times in your face. In your face at 1440 Broadway, not 1540 Broadway, but 1440 Broadway, where the revolt offices were before they moved. I gotta say this, and this is Nick, light skinned Nick from Ciroc. Everybody know who he is. He used to be formerly a Fat Joe and whatever that pink liquor they used to have. I forgot what that shit was. Whatever that pink liquor everybody was drinking. That was Fat Joe's brand, and Nick used to promote that and work right beside of him. Now he's part of Blue Flame agency or something like that. Which you could have gave me a job over there. So I came to Son and I asked Son in front of the building. And at this time, I was staying at the shelter and all that. And I let niggas know my whole situation, right? You know what I mean? I got you, I got you, I got you. So I was sitting there. I got you, Diva listeners. Give me 1 second. So I remember, you know what I'm saying? I asked this man one time. And mind you, I was wearing a work uniform when I went to go see him the very first time. I was selling bus tickets, okay? So the place that I was selling bus tickets for, I forgot what it's called, Blue Line or something like that. I forgot what the guys were. I had the outfit on. I just came for work. And I said, you know what? I'm off work. Let me go over here to off. I was always grinding. This is just like 2 years ago. This ain't even that long ago. This is like 2 years ago. This ain't like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even. This is like 2.5 years ago. It was right before the pandemic started. And I told you guys before that AT&T took acquisition of that portion of WB and their distribution. Hey, hey, hey. So what happened was AT&T, as they took acquisition, they moved all their offices to California. That they were anything they were distributing. So Revolt essentially moved from New York City to California. So it took a security guard, this Indian kid that was a security guard there. Y'all can ask Nick this story. He gonna tell you the same thing. Anybody, and I got pictures to prove it. So you know what I'm saying? I tell no lies. Y'all hit them like buttons too. Y'all can ask Nick from Ciroc. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna tell you the same thing. Anybody in the industry, or anybody that know anybody, anything you want to talk about, I'm talking about Nick with the curly hair, Puerto Rican, light skin, does jogging runs. That Nick. You know what I'm saying? And the craziest it sound, he go by Nick Storm. I asked that man 3 times in his face for a job. He was like, "Who you want to talk to?" I said, "I want to talk to Puff. You can't hire." You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk to Puff. I went inside the office. I left a note for Puff. You know what I'm saying? The Indian kid with the glasses used to work there. He gonna validate that. He was the same one that came out and told me. He said, "Yo, I don't know if anybody told you or not, but these motherfuckers is on their way up out this building." And I said, "Word?" He said, "Yeah, man, they've been packing stuff for the past 2 weeks. So you knew, as you was telling me, hey, I'm gonna see what I can do to get you a job. You knew everybody was up the fuck up on out of there. You knew no one gonna come out of it. What you was hoping was I wouldn't find out. I come back there one day, and then boom, everybody, I would get that same explanation put to me. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to address that because of pure simple fact. Niggas would be like, well, why didn't you go to the pub? I heard Gene Dill say that before. Well, he ain't say that about me, but he said you could at least offer somebody a job. Well, Gene, I went to go ask them if they could offer me a job, and it was nada. You feel what I'm saying? And I wasn't a bad employee. I've been all around the country with Bad Boy. You understand what I'm saying? All around the country. And I'm not talking about one time, I'm talking about 3, 4, 5 times over. You know what I'm saying? Same cities, different hotels, same events. And that bothered me because I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And then once again, to go back to false promises. I was under the influence, I was under the impression with this company, and I'm gonna talk about Puff. Just give me 2 seconds. I was under the impression with this company that, yo, when they said bad boy for life and all that shit, that was like a pledge. That was like an oath that you went up under. Nah, that was just shit to say to make it look good, to be quite honest with you. As far as Puff being under investigation, they're talking about, I heard some things about some child molestation cues. I heard some things about it might be because of some potential involvement in some type of murder or something like. I don't know. I don't know. I have to look a little bit more into that before I open my mouth with that because unlike my personal shit, that could put you in a bind if I get on talking about that. And I ain't getting in that Tasha K space where she getting sued and shit like that. I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I talk about what I see with Puff and my time around him. Somebody asked me, yo, tell us about nigga donate if you want to hear some more stories. But I'll tell you one story. I'll tell you one story because people like to hear my little stories about the times I was at the company and shit like that. I have never in my life, and I want to say this very clearly, never in my life seen Puff in any type of situation where he was molesting a child, anything where he was bull guarding a woman. I've never seen those situations where he has really, you know what I'm saying, done something awkward. And I've been all across the country with these guys. We've been in every club you could think of, King of Diamonds, Harsh, what else? I mean, just everything that you could think of. Club Esso, the Cleveland, that's in Atlanta. Esso is. Dream, you name it. We've been in every club with him from both sides of the coast. You know what I'm saying? And I've never seen him do anything. Usually when I see him and he does a walkthrough or he's doing a performance, it's do the performance, get the fuck out of there. And they usually don't hang around. It was usually us that hung around after maybe an artist or two. I have never seen Puff do anything out of the ordinary as far as sexually, personally. And we've been in parties with them. We've been in after parties with them. We didn't went to places where King of Diamonds in Miami. If you don't start getting freaky right there and doing weird shit, I don't know. And we've been everywhere with him. I've never seen him do that. Now I have heard these stories that have come about or whatever, whatever, and I understand y'all interest. You know what I'm saying? Same thing was with R. Kelly or whatever. I do understand y'all interest when y'all talk about certain things about certain people that were involved that passed away, including Black Rob, including Craig Mack. Negligence, I would call it. And I think at some point he did try to help. From what everybody is saying, he tried to as best as he could to help Black Rob. But Black Rob dead. And a few months earlier, I remember everybody, including, and I might upload that shit. I don't know. I've got both videos. I got videos of people from Bad Boy that made against me. That if I took it to the police station or something like that, y'all wouldn't even believe it. You know what I'm saying? If I was a sucker nigga and I took it to the police station, I have videos of people from Bad Boy formerly or currently tell me they want to shoot me or they want to do this to me. Real talk, real talk, real talk. At once upon a time, or I wasn't nothing, or this and that. These are people the whole time felt about me while I was up under them. Hey, pour this right. This is the same way people felt about me while I was up under them. Now, a lot of it had to do, and I believe, and I was just talking to one of my friends yesterday, a lot of it has to do with jealousy. I'm very smart. I'm smarter than you think I am. You know what I mean? I'm not slick. I'm smart. There's a difference. Slick is you have a malicious way about you, or you have malicious intent. I don't have malicious intent when I do things. I have good intent when I do things, and that's why people stay fucking with me because I always have good intent. I'm not a what you say like a person that this gets off literally on fucking people over. That's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I've always seen the betterment of things. But what I've met in life is there are a lot of people that don't see life that way. There are a lot of people that only see life as getting money, and if it ain't about money, it ain't about nothing. And I understand people like that. I'm gonna turn this light on so y'all can see me a little bit better. I understand people like that too, and Blessings to them. I think the point that everybody's missing here is I was with a black company. Hey, Portia, I was with a black company, black and Latino company. And a lot of motherfuckers say, well, your job was fulfilled. You got paid. We got paid crumbs, nigga. You know that as much as I know that. I'll look you in your fucking face and tell you that. Puff or anybody else up there, you paid us fucking crumbs for what we were worth. Get the fuck out of here. You make millions off our back. I'm different from most other people. I think they would talk about Puff because we was with him for so long. We were with him during the hard times. We were with him during the J Lo shooting. We were there at the J Lo and Shine shooting. We went to court. I mean, there's footage you could pick up off of YouTube probably. You know what I'm saying? Of us being interviewed, me and my man Orlando, saying the best things about him. No, he ain't do that. He ain't do that. We stuck with this nigga when he had his worst time going. You know. And then when it came to me, people that were dedicated, people that were there with you when you had nothing. Like, let me tell y'all something. When all that shit was going on with J-Lo, I was there. So when all that shit was going on, and I had just started really. This happened in 2000. I came in at the latter part of 99. So we're talking 5 months into me starting at the company. I don't know if y'all get it or not. This happened. And it was a shooting. That's right. Thank you, TMH Global. That's right. Stringer Bell 80, $ STRINGERBELL 80, y'all. Stringer Bell 80 on the Cash App. Um, a lot of people don't realize, I think, or ever ask the question, how do he feel? And a lot of that has to do with a lot of people in general, including other men of color, don't care how men of color feel, don't care what happens to them. In a lot of cases, I heard the sister, I'm going to start sharing her a little bit more too. Her name is Chrism something. Somebody sent me her, and I liked a lot of the stuff she was saying. And she said a lot of reasons that men of color are treated the way they are. Sorry about this moving and everything, plugging my phone up. She said that a lot of men of color look at other men of color and women of color look at men of color as like they're not worth anything. They're worthless, subhuman almost, you know. And that blew my mind. And I said, well, actually, other men of color think the same way. Maybe that's how Puff thought of us. We're expendable. We're nothing. And if you use that ideology with the people that had your back, then you definitely would use the ideology with people that you don't know and don't have your back. We were in the office with this man. You understand what I'm saying? We were in everywhere with this man. Like it's no denying that. You know what I'm saying? Including the four brothers that made that video, that struggle cast that tried to say otherwise, that Puff probably put them up to it. You know, one of the guys in the video was like this with Puff. You understand what I'm saying? So he could have made the phone call and been like, yo, son need 10 grand. You know what I mean? Niggas didn't do that. Niggas would rather argue with me than give up 10 grand. This is the mindset of most people of color. You know, this sink or swim mentality, not throw me a life preserver, not, help out, get the ship, get the boat, get the life raft. They don't think like that. You know, and this is a wide scale ideology. So when y'all, a lot of times when y'all wonder where this ideology just all of a sudden came from, it came from your favorite artists. It came from your favorite rappers. It came from your favorite CEOs and CFOs of these hip hop companies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying a lot of them. A lot of them. It's not just Puff. You know what I'm saying? Birdman. Jay has been called out a couple of times. A lot of them. The higher up they go, the more they've been called out by people of color. And sometimes unjustifiably, I will say that. And maybe that's a skew in their decision making when it comes to shit like that. But y'all watch the man die in the street. And then previously, a couple months before that, y'all was making fun of me. I don't have no drug problems. I don't have no history of drug problems or nothing else. But these were people I formerly worked with, cracking jokes about me and making videos about me online. And that shit hurts me. So yesterday I was on the phone with my man Biggs. Shout out to Biggs, man. That's my man. Not Biggie, Biggs. My man for the X. But his cousin is Amadeus, who used to be one of the bad boy hitmen. I talked to 3 of the other hitmen too on a constant basis. Shout out to Conrad. Shout out to Tony Dofat. You know what I'm saying? All the original bad boy hitmen. Now I'm saying the producers. Life is full of peaks and valleys, and how you treat people at the peak may determine how you are in the valley. Damn sure right. When I, not to make this long story, but what I'm trying to express to y'all is there will be men of color that will one chat be like, yo, things in society are messed up, the way we treat it is messed up, or whatever, whatever. But at the same time, they will turn around and add that same treatment to you. You see what I'm saying? They will add that same treatment to you, and that's how I was treated. I will never forget that, because just like that, somebody could have said, "Yo, that nigga rolled us for damn near 2 decades. We can't do nothing for that nigga." Oh, fuck that nigga. Now, when people do that, homie, they don't like you. They don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? And I had to say that to my man Biggs yesterday because he was like, "Yo, I got to get y'all all the room." He was talking about all my former co-employees. They said I was a hanger on. Nigga, you better say that about them checks I got. Them checks say some rock and bad boy. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like the effort that was put in to saving their face, because nobody would have ever guessed that I would have got online. That was the point. They thought that I would be hidden in silence. You understand what I'm saying? Like anything that was going on to me wouldn't have made YouTube, or wouldn't have made da da da. Da. And so that's why I decided to do it the way I did it. If that makes any sense to you. Because I knew just going through the channels or hollering at people, being like, yo, this is fucked up, da da da. Ain't none of them niggas gonna go against him. They scared. You understand what I'm saying? For numerous reasons. I'm not gonna say why they scared, but they scared. You know what I'm saying? So being little old me had the one enough balls to say something. And I still don't know how I go. I haven't seen Puff probably 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So good know what may happen. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I will say, and I always will say, it was Sean Prez that looked out for me. Sean Prez not only tried to put me back in the field, you know what I'm saying? But Sean Prez said, yo, bring your ass down here to the bank. I got something for you. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And even though he was having hard times of his own, he gave me what he could. He gave me what he could. No questions asked, no nothing. Walked to the subway with me. I walked to the subway with him, and that was it. Prez ain't never came to me and said, yo, let me get that money back. Prez ain't never came to me and said, yo, you know what I'm saying? What'd you do with that money? Prez ain't never do any of that. But yet still, we got a man that's almost worth $1 billion, and people are questioning me, talking about, why you asking him? Because, nigga, I don't give a fuck if you say I was with him every day or not. I don't know black people, Spanish people. Does this make sense to you? The nigga was with the company for 17 years. He was one of us. Give a fuck if I was hanging with him personally. Help him out. What does he need? I don't want my company tarnished, looking like another guy's coming out of the woodworks talking about, hey, I'm having a rough time because of Bad Boy Entertainment. We dedicated our life to you. You know what I'm saying? And some of them goofy motherfuckers, I hate to say it, some of them goofy motherfuckers are still working for you, that still believe in you, or whatever, whatever, that's cool. But I saw a post you put up not too long ago, Pup, talking about, I'm working on something, Bill Major. I need your support right now. Either you with it or you not with it. Nigga, you out here asking people for support. Who the fuck do you support openly? You might do it in private, but who the fuck do you support openly? And that's the question. And that's the question that a lot of these rappers, and that's why I wrote what I wrote on Nick's page. I said they don't see it coming. They forgot how to live under the guise of projection. That's what happens when you start getting a lot of money and start getting lazy. They don't see things coming like people that don't. So some of you guys are some of the best scopers when it comes to what's happening next, not only in the industry, but also what's happening next, this in general. You know what I mean? In society, culture wise, dance crazes, dressing, whatever. I've always been a master at this. I can predict things that are happening probably a year or two out. And the reason I'm able to do that is because our prior job was in the marketing department. And I came in 99, going into 2000. We had no utilage of Twitter and all these other different vehicles that you have right now that we can instantaneously find shit out. Now, we had to be on the foot, we had to be on the ground, we had to find out. So our work was a little bit more, if you want to say strenuous, more involved than than I think previously than it is now. Now you can just pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's going on? You know what I mean? And around about 2006, 2007, not 5, 6 years later, you know what I'm saying, from 99 going into 2000, we found that out with MySpace. You know, I don't know what's going to happen to Puff. I know a lot of people out here right now, and they wish that he would fall down. I don't wish for him to fall. Projection provides direction and protection. You damn right, TMH. All that style and profile, Puff better have good legal team. He better. I've heard this answering your question. I've heard about the little rumors. I don't know how true it is or not or whatever, but you know, I'll treat you like you treated me, and I won't be there to help you this time. You weren't there. Nobody in your company was there, including the underlings under you, especially one particular underling that's under you, who I have no hate for. I just think the road, as far as our relationship, has come to a close. And he was the one, this one particular person, I'm just gonna say this light skinned gentleman, I think out of this whole debacle that hurt me the most. That hurt me the most. And the reason he hurt me is because he's been so hurt all his life. And I understand that. But my friend, former friend, still friend, you started the same. I started with you at that company, at Bad Boy Entertainment. Y'all hit the like buttons if y'all can. I started with you at that company. You. And I was like this, I felt with you. And whether it was promoting artists of your choice, I helped. You know, you could say I helped in a small scale. You could say I helped in a big scale. Doesn't matter. I helped. Now, one person, when I released my single, helped push my single. Not one out of like 15, 20 guys. Not one person said, hey, what can we do to help? Or shared my link or whatever. But every last one of them, I shared their link. And instead of coming to the contention of that, what they'll try to do is they'll try to chop you down or interject in the conversation. But. And then right when you do that, I know you're guilty. Because only guilty people have excuses. You see what I'm saying? Only guilty people are those not guilty. Either or have excuses. Make videos with 4 people in the video like these gentlemen did. That shit hurt me really bad too, because it showed me and said, well, these motherfuckers never did like me. And that's why, and as fucked up as it sounds, I don't trust many black people. I don't. I don't trust many black people, and especially after YouTube, I don't trust many black people or many Latin people at all. They're first to attack you, but first to kiss the ass of white people. Both of them, both groups. They will kiss the ass. The same interaction they will have with you, and whether how heightened it be, how violent it gets, they will not have with a white person. They're scared. They will go out of their way to articulate that. And Puff's the same type of motherfucker. He did an interview. I'll put it in the description box later. He did an interview with this white gentleman, and the white gentleman was some type of, I don't know, whatever. And you should see this motherfucker. It's Conan at his best. Oh, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. And I'm like, I've never seen you like that with any black artist, anybody, maybe except for Denzel or somebody like that, you know. So it's like it's crazy how these blacks and Latins, they will switch their attitude in front of a white person. It's actually a mental condition, if you ask me. It's a personality flaw. Because if you switch your personality and have one set of rules and one set of engagement for another culture, but have less set of rules and less set of engagements for your own or people that are immediately around you, and for all respects and purposes, most of the time, black and Latin people live right next door to each other, grow up with each other, eat the same foods with each other, swap out, go to Christmas, everything fucking else. Even if you don't speak to each other, you're still in close interaction and close proximity. And I don't care where you go in the tri-state, it's like that. Whether it's in Jersey, whether it's in New York, or whether it's Connecticut, black and Spanish people live around each other, go to the same markets, we eat the same. We might not even speak to each other, but you better not come around the neighborhood fucking with somebody that live here. It's almost impossible to be a company over 17 years and not be on some benefit or asset. What they did was they kept us contractual. I'm finding out now after I talked to a lawyer. They kept us contractual, meaning that we were freelancers. And When they have specific projects, what they would do is now we become employed under taxes and shit like that. They were trying to avoid taxes. That's why they kept us like that. They were trying to avoid having to pay a salary. That's why they kept us like that. It's very shisty what he did. You know what I mean? But they were trying to avoid paying taxes. They were trying to avoid paying us full rate. They were trying to avoid having to be clinched to us. And they wanted most of all to not have us in their office every day. Let me tell you something. When we first started, we were young. So I was like, what, I think 20, 21. I was a kid. And so we used to dress like kids, do rags and baggy clothes, what hip hop is, what the artists look like. And do you know a lot of times they didn't like us coming up to their office looking like that? There was people that scolded us for the way we dressed. And I said, well, this ain't this how the artists look? No, he was trying to fit the fashion of white folks. When we went to certain events, they would try to separate themselves from us and be like, no, we ain't sitting over there with them. They the lower tier. We the lower tier to what? The company? The same diagram that white companies have, they employed on their own. And it beats the whole purpose because I'm like, okay, well, if this is the black owned company and with Latin and black employees mostly, why would you want to emulate everything that you claim you're trying to get away from? You ain't nothing but a well dressed slave. And even if you in the coop, you still a nigga in the Benz. These guys, and not just Puff, but many of them within the music industry, they give you a projection that they one person. And I've been around everybody. Ain't too many motherfuckers that don't know my face, ain't seen me. Even the ones that lie and act like they don't fucking know me. Yes, you do, bitch. You know me. You know what I'm saying? I seen one particular motherfucker get on camera not just too long ago talking about, oh, and that fella, da da da. I caught that shit, you bitch. You a bitch. Whole bitch. You know what I'm saying? And no, I ain't talking to Doggy Dimes. I'm talking about another motherfucker that know me personally, sitting up here talking about because of the sake of good argument, talking about, oh, well, he on there talking about what motherfucking podcaster ain't talking about donations. This is what we do. So y'all kill me with that little silly shit too. See, they say little silly shit like that, including Puff and other people. They say shit like that because they believe in their mind they're getting closer to white culture. That's what it all really boiled down to. They believe if they talk like this, if they talk benign, if they talk declaring, and I'm here to tell you, I grew up around Italians and Greeks all my fucking life in my neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? I did not live in a hood as a child. And I can tell you honestly and truthfully, white people don't think like that. But what they do is they can sense a brown nosing kiss ass motherfucker from a mile away. And they will sit there and smile with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the whole key to the trick. They will sit there and smile with you. And then you're gonna find out in the end, oh, I wasn't as close as I thought I was with Bill and Beverly. No, you weren't. And especially I put this on a lot of Latinos. You know how many times I've been around white people and they have talked shit about Latinos and I'm half Latino and they'll think it's funny. And I'm like I heard one dude one day, I was in the store or whatever. He's like, look at these fucking immigrants. And I was just like, my daddy an immigrant. And I just looked at him. A lot of people of color hate being what they are. And a lot of people of color want to circumnavigate themselves into something else and they feel like they can self-exalt their way into that place. So a lot of shit they do, a lot of behavior that they do, a lot of ways that they talk to you. I've had black men and Latin men talk to me like they are old 50-year-old, 70-year-old white man that own a company that's worth $1.5 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Making you a contractor and treating you like employee is illegal on the account for him. So I know this is a fact. And you know the difference, obviously. When you keep somebody contractually, the contract can last forever. How long? So the contract can last for a week. As long as you sign to it, you are not obligated to fulfill that duty, and they are fulfilled to pay you within the pay rate of whatever they are proposing. You agreed with within that certain time space. This is what what's the name is talking about. Now, working as an independent contractor, I know this as well because when I was selling the bus tickets, this was not even too long ago. We had to go down to Wall Street And I'm not talking about Wall Street, where all the numbers are. I'm talking about going down towards Brooklyn. People live in New York, I know what I'm talking about. And there's an office down there. You have to fill out for a ticket agent's office, ticket agent's license. And this license lasts, I think, like 60 days or something like that or whatever. I never went to go renew it, but my name is still on file if I want to go renew it. And what you have to do is you have to pay, I think it was, what did I pay, 20 or $30 to get the license. And this enables me to be my own contractor via the company. So basically, the company, I'm an independent contractor. The company says I can use you. And they say, basically, under their own contractual duty, we only need you for the day. So now the next day you show up, that's a new contract. And they'll say, oh, well, we need you for Tuesday. And then Wednesday is a new contract. Then Thursday, you understand what I'm saying? So that way you're not obligated as an employee. You understand what I'm saying? Where you get a check regularly that week, no matter how many days you work, no matter what trip you went on or whatever the case may be. This is the difference between being an independent contractor and people hire you as an independent contractor versus working, what do you call it? I'm not self-employed. I'm trying to think of it. It'll come to my mind in a minute. There's another word too, freelance. Freelance. Which is an old word. Freelance actually comes from fucking medieval times. If y'all don't believe me, look it up. It comes from medieval times where you had mercenary fucking knights that would go around and kill people for kings or shit like that or whatever, whatever. It's really not that much of a positive term, freelancer. But look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about if you think I'm lying. Freelancers come from the medieval times and rogue knights that were no longer wanted by the king, went out and did all kinds of missionary jobs and shit like that, mercenary jobs and shit like that. That's where the word freelancer comes from, honestly. But they target you as being a freelancer or independent contractor, and they'll pay you as such, not what you scale. Now, if I went back and I looked at it, and what you've seen puffed and sued twice now, actually 4 times now by former employees for some wage discrepancies, and this is why. And if I had to make a guess, Clive and them taught him how to do that. He ain't just learned that. Clive, or one of them taught him how to do that. Clive knows his way around everything. He was working at CBS in the 70s, CBS Records. He's been in the game for a long time. So Puff got to deal with him in 94, 95. That's a long time. That's damn near 25, 30 years to be in the music industry at that time. At that point, he was, you know. So, yeah, don't believe, as fucked up as it sounds, and I'm not trying to put no grease on nobody or nothing like that. I don't know what Puff is up against. And I put the same concern he put with me in my time of need. And I always reflect back at the fact that, this was a motherfucker that was up against the wall. They wanted to convict him and throw him in jail over that Shine shit or whatever, whatever. We was there. We was there. We was there. Contractual day laborer, exactly. TMH is a fucking genius. That's basically what we were. Facts, Davin. The bus company was using a strategy to make you a contractual day laborer. Exactly. It's a thing that a lot of New York companies do, especially the larger the company, like I was with, the more they do it, and they do this for people that not necessarily they don't plan on keeping you long range, but more so that they see as a tax write-off, really. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. The less employees that you have, you know what I mean, the more of a tax break you get. So, if you add on 20, it was like 20 of us at one time. So if you add on 20, 25 dudes and you're saying, hey, that's more taxes. So it was a shifty way, but a way to escape more taxes than he would have occurred. You understand? And whatever way that would have been, and whatever mindset he was in. I'm honestly and truthfully, I know Puff don't give a fuck about nobody but Puff and his kids and his immediate family, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. But as far as him as a person, yeah, I see him going down. If that answers any of y'all questions, I see him going down. I think there's been a trajectory in a long time, just with the vibes in the world that would admit that. And I do think that somebody is going to take him down, and I think people are going to be also as a about payroll tax, which saves them a lot of money. See, yeah, TMH Global is sitting here verifying all this shit that we already know. Yeah, TMH, they didn't put us what they did was when we went on bigger trips where they couldn't avoid it, like we went to Miami for Memorial Day weekend, or we went to the All-Star game, and we Super Bowls or whatever, whatever. Those would be the ones that would be like they have a check attached to them to say Bad Boy or Ciroc. Everything else that we did, well, that's per diem, basically. Here's $300 per diem, or here's this for that, or here's a new coat, or here's some new shoes, or go to the Sean John store and get something. That's how we were paid. So when people say, "Well, how come you're not a millionaire? How come you're not?" How many people told me, "Yo, you should have been driving a Lamborghini by now. All that work you put in." I'm gonna have some of my friends come on here that know me from throughout the years, and they're gonna tell you the stories of what they used to see me do. I wasted thousands of dollars this going from Connecticut to New York to work. And it wasn't just me. There was many other companies that did the same shit. So let's not just send out Puff. Def Jam did this practice. Rockefeller Records definitely did this practice. And many other record companies did this practice where basically, like DMH Global said, we were contractual day laborers. The legality in it, there is none. Legally, you could do it. You got one over on you. You know what I'm saying? Which would make sense why when these four gentlemen that I used to work with, who also, if you want to say, wasn't really full-time employees or whatever you want to say, however y'all want to help old Mass out, because y'all niggas sounded stupid as shit. I gotta say that. I love y'all, but y'all sounded stupid as shit. Y'all sounded like the biggest bunch of cucks I had ever heard in my life. And Puff gonna do this. Puff ain't did shit for name one of y'all motherfuckers, including you, Ron. Ain't did shit for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I said that boy's name like that. Damn. But ain't did shit for none of y'all. Diddy will pay his deplorable for his horrible behavior. Chickens come home to roost. So yeah, can I see him going down? Yeah, I think he'll go down in the same. This is my prediction. I think he'll go down in the same fire that we watched R. Kelly go down. And if you really want to be specific, facts, Devin, that new tax evasion is rampant in all industries, large and small. You're damn right it is. And I was too young. We were only 2021 when we came in, when I came in. So I didn't understand that. Not like I do as a grown man now. Now I understand it. I'm like, oh, okay. So you were avoiding taxes. And we're not talking about monthly tax. Don't we talking about yearly taxes? That's the shit that add up. The yearly payroll taxes. I think it's quarterly in some cases, but with him, I think it was yearly with the payroll tax. You snip shit. See, he wasn't paying us. Clive and Arista Records was paying us. That's what y'all gotta understand. He wasn't in the position to pay us. I don't know, man. But guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna get dressed, get on by my day. I will be back live. I just wanted to talk about that. As far as or somebody wrote in there, it was like, yo, won't you? And I knew it was somebody from the industry, because there's a lot of industry people that come on here to see me. They know my face. Shout out to Rich Dollars and Sean Prez. I was on their joint last night. And I'm not talking about them specifically. I'm just talking about in general. There's a lot of motherfuckers in the industry that y'all think don't know me, but do know me. And one of the next I had was, because I heard somebody say this the other night on their podcast or whatever, one of these motherfuckers that pretend like they don't know me, but I share your shit almost every fucking week for the past years. You know what I'm saying? So how do you not know me? I've come to your shows. So how do you not know me? But that's cool. He's just an antagonistic person, period. I asked around to a couple people, and they seem to all have the same theory about a certain person I'm talking about. But I don't know if he was talking to me or was just talking in general, but he said, yo, you ain't nobody. Let me tell you something real quick about that statement. I just want to say this real quick. When I was at that company, I knew from past experience, don't sit there and try to talk, because a lot of these guys that were in that office were street dudes that just, or guys that just got out of college. And I said, yo, let's just Puff, don't try to get with these dudes. Talk to the dudes that's up at Arista. And that's what I did. I made friends with them. I made friends with people at Random House Publishing, who was also in the building. And there was another publishing company too. That one friend at Random House Publishing, I still talk to this day, whether it's online or through the phone. But one thing I noticed was, I said, talking to these motherfuckers, I can just tell, because they had that street mentality. Yo, Sean, what's up? What you want? And they had a different mentality towards, depending on the tier that you were in the office. So like if you was part of promotions like us, A lot of times at the starting point, we got the least recognition. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was a lot of monkey wrench shit that went on with me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of monkey wrench shit that went on. Um, you know, there was a ad taken out in I think it was a Source magazine, and it had all our name. It was supposed to have all our names on. Everybody's name on there was on there except for me. They put everybody's name on there except for me, and I think it was two other people. And it was on purpose. Trust me, it was on purpose. You know what I'm saying? It was on purpose. I know to this day it was on purpose. We was young at the time. I ain't mad at you, nigga. But if you don't understand what I mean, I'll put it to you like this. There was an ad taken out, and I forgot what album it was for Source and for the Source magazine. It was Puff that took out the ad. And in it, it had all these names that he wanted to think. And he took me and three other people out, names out of the thing. And I was like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? And then I remember just recently, one of the gentlemen that I was arguing with that made one of his videos about me, he used to work with, who had a way worse experience in something that I could have brought up about him that made the papers. And I chose not to. I chose not to. But you know what I mean, right? Right. So he had some real serious charges against him. You understand what I'm saying? And I never came out. So nigga, remember who your friends are. Cause I never came up. I could have took the news article. Let me say this real quick. I could have took the news article because I still had it. I could have took your video that you made about me, and I could have put all that shit up here on this page and let the world see what y'all motherfuckers over there at Bad Boy Entertainment are really about. And I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. Not because I'm scared. Don't, well, please don't think that shit. If anything, you know I ain't scared. It wasn't that. I didn't put it up because I said, you know what? I'll be just as terrible as them. And I'm better than that. And I'm older than him. And hopefully he'll grow up one day and see the terrible, stupid mistake he made by doing that. You look like a fucking fool. I hadn't even talked to you in like fucking years. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at him though. This kid. Don't I'm just yeah. I hate talking about this shit because it's so much of the past now, and I'm not worried about them. I got so many other things that I'm doing for myself or whatever. But it's just like the people that y'all put so much praise into and y'all clout chase after and y'all donate to it, whatever, and y'all relve around because Puff still got fans, and I don't hate Puff, but the people that y'all relve around, I don't get it. Y'all kiss their ass because why? They got likes because they got fucking people tuning in to follow. A lot of motherfuckers tune in to follow people just because they nosy. A lot of people tune in to people and pay attention to them because they hate them. You know, I have people that come in here that can't stand me, evidently, because I had a bitch donate $30 to Kevin Samuels. Been telling me for the past 6 months she's gonna donate to me. Cloud chasing a bit, capping a bit. I don't know. And people be like, "Well, yo, it's all about that." Yes, nigga. Right now, yes. Look at me. Yes, nigga. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? You telling me Kevin Samuels get on there? How much? Hundred thousands of dollars has he made? Huh? Bashing women every night. You know what I'm saying? And some of the women deserve it. Some of them don't. Some of them you can't just tell they got a low self-esteem already, or they hurt, or they've been touched, or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So every woman that he goes on there and ethers out, I don't agree with all of them. But some of them, I think they set themselves up for it. You know what I'm saying? Other motherfuckers. Umar Johnson, this nigga online talking about he want to fight Mike Tyson now. Nigga, you on crack. You understand what I'm saying? You went from marrying two bras. Now you talking about this shit while you in the field some fucking with. You know what I'm saying? If I was Mike, I'd send three motherfuckers at you and just get you the fuck out the way because Mike is Muslim. Then we got other YouTubers that are on here that give their little fucking conspiracy theories and ain't never been in the entertainment business, ain't never been around nobody famous. In fact, most of these motherfuckers live in Wisconsin, Idaho, Iowa, Ohio, shit like I'm like, what the fuck do you know about New York City and our business? No, they try to take what they learn off the internet and subjugate it into them knowing about the business. No, nigga, you cannot learn vicariously about this business on the internet. You have to actually have 2 feet down. Anybody that's been in this motherfucker for a while will tell you that, including Doggy Diamonds. And nigga, I got a 5 video coming for you too. And I don't want no more problems after this. After this, we need to sit down, fucking talk about how we're gonna move forward. And stop all that childish shit. I don't even watch small YouTubers like that because you don't have the viewership. You sound like a moist motherfucker. Nigga, you from Brooklyn. You better not ever say no shit like that. You don't have the viewership for me to watch. You sound like a sweet motherfucker. Expect more out of you than that, Doggy Diamonds. You got history out here, nigga. Niggas with history don't say no corny ass shit like that. But that goes to show you the mentality of hip hop motherfuckers. Because Doggy Diamonds is a victim of the same shit that I'm a victim of. And he knows that. Niggas try to stop you. Niggas laughed at you. Nigga, I got your whole resume just like that. You think I don't know nobody from over Rockefeller? Shout out to Shampoo too, man. That's my man. Told you. A lot of people will act like they don't know me because of the controversy going on with me. A lot of people will sit there in front like they never heard of me. Nigga, I have your shit cut off like that. And I don't call niggas. Let's make that clear. I don't call niggas. Like I said earlier, when I was up there in them buildings, I learned every motherfucker that signed the checks of the people that you think are big men. Big men and big women, all of them that do all this shit. Yeah, nigga, you see the new Bentley and all that. I made it a thing to make myself friends with those people. And if you ask some of those people, Mascuites and a whole bunch of other people that I've learned to take out of the controversy that people say about them, and more so focus on what their direction is, you know. And I've had men now in the music business, including somebody I just talked to the day before yesterday, the day before yesterday, say, "Oh, you know, this whole thing's on its way down the hill. This whole thing's on its way down the hill." It is. Davin provides a service, content, intellectual property, and deserves to be compensated for it. Business etiquette, you know. But you know, TMH Global, the problem is and I hate to say it like this, these niggas, they base everything off numbers. Well, if we basing everything off numbers, I got 1.9. I put up more videos than these niggas do. Some of these motherfuckers only go live with you once a night, sometimes only 3 times a week. And you think because you see them with 41,000 views on their video, I got videos with 41,000 views recently, you know what I'm saying? And more. But if you see these guys going live, you almost feel like you're excited to see them. It's kind of like a psychological fuck, you know? If I only go live 3 times a week, that makes me exclusive. And that's the pendulum they've been riding on for a while. And they always find the biggest story trending to do it. I go live 3 to 4 times a day. So I have more material, more people have to catch up. And sometimes I leave my shit sitting for a day or two because I can get lost in the rotation because I have so many videos. If you don't believe me, press my name right now and scroll and tell me how many fucking videos you've seen the past 9 months. So TMH Global is right. I put in a lot of shit and people come in and, you know, this one's light right here, but people will come in. I've heard people on their own podcast after they listen to me reiterate or try to talk like me, including one person that I mentioned earlier. Nigga, you told the same story as my life, and I told that shit 4 months ago. So either our similar experiences were the same, or you lying and capping. And I caught you on one lie so far. You understand what I'm saying? So that means you got the propensity to lie even more, which worries me about you because you're projecting yourself out here to the people as a truth teller. Well, I got you 2 times on camera lying. And nigga, make a decision. As I get over here, guys, I'm gonna tell you, ain't no doubt about it. The music industry is on its way. And it's going to be replaced with something. Pretty soon, the music industry, all this shit will be free. And that will be the end of many of the artists and many of the CEOs in the era that you once knew. All in the course of within 6 years. Anyway, guys, Cash App links right there, whatever. For you guys that haven't been around here yet, let me show you real quick what the crib is looking like because I'm still proud of this place. This place is a fucking mess right now because I've been moving things around and everything like that. That's my little light. I still left the iron on, about to burn everybody up. And I've been putting things and unpacking things. So I'm gonna take you on a little trip here, whatever. But as you can see, I ain't got shit in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I was in there cleaning the bathroom earlier. That's why this fish is finished eating. But I love this place. Hey, Patrice. So I especially love this right here. I got this little mirror thing right here, whatever. So I love that right there. I think that's fucking cool. I gotta get some blinds because we ain't got no blinds. The lady's supposed to come and replace this because the bar is missing. And this is a little closet I got in here. Well, it ain't too little. It's pretty damn big. I don't know what to put in there. And then here's a view from this end so you guys can see. But this place is, it honestly and truthfully, if I had to say something, my condo, because I showed the guy, I showed him this. Thank you, TMH Global. I showed him this, and this is like a literally, I don't even want to say mirror of where I used to live at, like literally. So we've been here just cleaning up and trying to get everything together or whatever. I got a nice little coffee table here. That was here when I got here. And shout out to Muhammad, man. I want to say one thing real quick. Shout out to that brother Muhammad. I think he's Bangly every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? And he listened to me. And I showed him a picture of my old house. He said, "Let me see what it looks like." And this place, it looks exactly like, when I say exactly like it, it looks exactly like it. And so I'm very pleased and I'm very happy. But as y'all can see, I ain't got shit in this motherfucker. So I'm starting from scratch. Y'all holler at Puff, tell him to donate to me. Says I got halfway through it. Can you do that much, motherfucker? And I think that's what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna start tagging some of these people, especially when I bring my song up for sale, and I'm gonna show y'all how much these niggas in the entertainment industry don't support nobody. They just look for you to support them. And if they do support somebody, they making sure a camera's rolling. Anyway, guys, it's $ STRINGERBELL 80. Thanks for rocking with me. I wasn't really talking about shit, but I'm glad y'all gave me a subject to talk about. um, I hate when I get emotional about that or whatever, but I dedicated basically my whole adult life to that company. Ain't got nothing out of it. RIP to Black Rob, RIP to Craig Mack, bless up to G Dep, and that's it. Talk to you guys later.